Hey guys, how you doing today? In this video I'm going to show you how to make a Ellie farm or an aberration. A couple of mods I am using that will be required for this build is Cyberstructures and the SCS terminal helps also if you have that. I'm going to go over what you need and all the materials and resources that you need to either grind or get productive passively, and I will show you how to do that in this video. First off, what we're doing here is we're taking the catalyzers from the Cyberstructures mod, and it allows you to craft Ellie inside of it using certain resources and charge batteries. So what we have here is we have these 5 charge batteries. With these 5 charge batteries, it's going to allow us to produce approximately 90 to 100 Ellie per cycle per 20 minutes. So every 20 minutes, you can make 100 Ellie. You can upscale this build to make it so that way you can produce an endless amount of Ellie. You can make 200 some charge nodes or charging stations in order to craft a ton of Ellie in 20 minutes. 20 minutes is the time it takes for a full catalyzer to cycle. So the stuff you'll need, I'll display it on the screen. You need congealed gas balls. You'll need all the gems, red, blue, and green gems. You need charge batteries. You need element ore. A few ways to get these things is element ore. You can go out and farm it yourself. Near the rock drakes is a good area to farm element ore, or you can do what I do, and I fill vivariums with rock drakes, and they produce it passively and get collected by the item aggregator. So right here I have ran one cycle through the aberration, and they're getting ready to run another cycle. I only have 5 rock drakes in here, so this is just for to show you how to do it. So with the 5 rock drakes, one cycle got me approximately 25 element ore. Obviously, you would want to fill this vivarium up, be able to collect the element ore pretty quickly. For the other vivarium, I have charge pets. So these charge pets are leveled into their oxygen stat, which is their charge regen. And I have, obviously, you see these, I have these capped out. So that way they have 35,000 oxygen. This helps the charge regen. That's this number where it says charge capacity 345,973. That's how much I have left after charging these 5 nodes. When that cycles again, it will refresh and be back at 464,000. And again, I'm only have 18 in here. Typically, I would fill this up to 100, and you should get around 3.2, 3.5 million charge out of one vivarium of 100 glow pets, which is pretty good. I didn't start off with capped glow pets, so you can use standard glow pets and just that you've tamed, breed them out, put their stat into their charge regen, and then throw them in a vivarium, and they'll start producing charge. Another thing that you'll need is all the gems. You can either go find them, or you can do what I do. I throw them in the SCS terminal, and our server has the resource generation enabled. So I have it enabled here. And this is what I've had in there. It's been maybe 20 minutes since this has been in here, and I've already got these many gems. If you fill this terminal about to 150, roll rats if you want to. For this size farm, you wouldn't have to. This is all passive. So you don't have to actually go out and farm anything with this one. The only thing that you would have to go out and farm is the congealed gas balls. But if you got some gas pumps around, you can collect your gas pumps. On our server, we have public groupings of gas pumps that we can collect from, and all the gas pumps are open for us to be able to grab from. So if you don't already have gas pumps down, might be wise to go ahead and get some down. So in these charging stations that are part of Cyberstructures, they are just like the charge nodes, except they will pull charge from a vivarium, and then they will also not shut down. So it's a nice feature of these CS charge stations. And so you basically get all your charge batteries, fill these up. Each one of these holds 50. For example, I have 5 of them here. So that's 250 charge batteries. One thing you can do is have your aggregator turned on to be able to the collection options from Vivariums. So you can get the charge from them, also from your Elemenor. And you can get charge batteries from your glow pets. So that's one way to accumulate charge batteries, or you can craft them. Inside of the catalyzer, you have, here's what it takes to craft your Ellie. It takes 15 blue gems, 50 congealed gas balls, 20 green gems, 8 charge batteries, 20 Elemenor, and 10 red gems. So if we were here to click on this, we pull that in here, it'll start crafting the element. It takes these resources, pulled all the charge batteries that I had. So some of them weren't charged all the way, I guess. So you'll have to make sure they're all charged. And so every time this bar continues, it makes 3 Ellie. So out of those materials, you get 3 element out of it. So after about 18 minutes, you should have about 90 to 100 Ellie. And then I'll post a chart on, depending on how many charge nodes you have, how much Ellie you'll be able to produce, and then how many catalyzers you'll need, and etc. You can have your aggregator automatically distribute to your dedicateds. Right now I don't, because I wanted to kind of show you what it was producing inside there. With this, I am going to show you my setup, which is large scale at the Ellie base. So here I have all my charging stations, and you can stack these things up super tight. I have these ones down here, and then I have some upstairs also. So with that being said, I have 266 charge stations with, I have 4 glow pet terminals. See how you can see they're get up to about 3.1 million charge. That one has 3.3 million. And then here is all my vivariums of rock drakes. I have 13 vivariums of rock drakes. This allows me to produce an insane amount of Elemenor. So right there I have 1.5 million. And then I have congealed gas balls, which I get from my farm. And all these red gems come from these terminals with all these roll rats in them. And you can see they're just like insane. I mean, I bet I have 125 or so roll rats, and they produce an insane amount of gems inside the terminal. And then, you know, every once in a while I will consolidate that, pull it into the terminals. But right now, I mean, I'm at 20 million on that one, 11.7 million, 11 million there. So typically, in order to automate this process a little easier, I use these transfer control units. It takes those resources that I have, so like transfer components to catalyzers. It will take all the necessary components that I need on these 5 dedicateds. So all the gems, congealed gas balls, and the Elemenor. And with one click of a button, you can see over here I have all my catalyzers. They're all underneath here. They're blinding. But there is a ton of them under here, about 40 of them. And it sent all those resources to the catalyzers. And then I can click this button here, which transfers the batteries to the catalyzers. So it'll pull them all out of these charge stations right into the catalyzers. And you can kind of see when you hold E over top of it, you can hit edit transfers. Right here I have mine at preset 1. It'll transfer from charge stations all the charge batteries to the catalyzers. And that's the same for the resources. I just click here, go to edit, and I change my preset. So this will take them from the tech dedicated storages, 200,000, and I put 200,000 over here so it doesn't take all the resources. And then I put what I wanted to transfer to the catalyzers. These other two buttons here are for components to storage. So this transfers all of these mats back to their storage. And this one here transfers all the charge batteries back to this charging stations where they can get charged from the vivariums of glow pets. Another option would be to, instead of have a vivarium, just have some glow pets out, and they will actually collect the charge from the glow pets as they're out and about in your base. Other than that, I'm going to show you the gas pump area. So we have two of them here on ours. Kind of get you coordinates here. So this is one of them, location 4563, and this one has quite a few gas pumps. If you want to place some gas pumps down over here, and we have them unlocked on ours, so they'll collect gas collectors. You can add a clock system to make yours better, more efficient, but there's some videos out there by some creators that have already put out something for the clocks on how they work, so I'll let you look that up. They will increase production on these gas pumps, and there is also another one gas pump area where there's quite a few of them in the gas zone. So I have one in the radiation zone, and I made this public for our server also. So outside here, there is gas pumps all surrounding this building, and then I just pull them into a dedicated storage from inside. If you own the gas pumps, you can do them that way. If not, you have to go around to each gas pump and collect it. Then I just use the link storage to send it back to base. So that is it. If you have any questions, put it down in the comments below, and I will see if I can answer your questions. And I will post a chart here right at the end of the video for how many catalyzers and charge stations you need to be able to produce each set of LA. I'll do it like at 100, and then I'll do like 500, then 1,000, and then 5,000. But with my setup, I can produce about 5,000 LA in about 20 minutes. And there's 200, I think 66 charge stations, and I have 40 catalyzers. And I don't quite, I'll show you, I don't quite fill my catalyzers all the way up. I still have a little bit of space left. I'm at 275 out of 300 on the batteries, and it's just cranking out that LE. And the bigger you make your farm, the more LE you're going to get. You can reinvest your LE from your farm back into your farm by making more vivariums. The charge stations do not require LE to make, but the vivariums do, and the catalyzers, I believe, do take LE also. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.